everyone, this is Jesse coming at you with a quick little video giving you my thoughts on the upcoming Amazon Kindle Fire. Why am I giving you my thoughts? Well, because I actually decided to go ahead and pre-order this thing. Now, I pre-ordered it the day of the announcement, and I actually pre-ordered it while the announcement was still taking place. I was watching Twit Live, which is This Week in Tech. It's a podcast slash videocast done by Leo Laporte. If you're not familiar with it, head on over to twit.tv to check them out. In any case, they were actually doing a live broadcast during the announcement of the Kindle. And someone had tweeted to them that the order page had gone online for the Kindle Fire while the announcement was still taking place. So I immediately hit the page, saw that it was up for pre-order, and I went ahead and pre-ordered it. So why then am I getting this over another tablet device like another Android tablet or over the iPad? Well, let me start first with the iPad. The iPad, I played around with it, and it's a nice device. It really is. But at the $499 or $500 price point, I absolutely cannot see any reason why I would drop that much money for a device like that. Now, it does include things like a still camera, a video camera, it does have a microphone, and things like that. But for me, the reason I want a tablet is to use it as a consumption device. When I look at the iPad, I see people, even where I work, I see people using it as an office device. Some people have replaced their laptops with it. And to me, I just cannot see doing that. If I'm working in an office environment, I want to have a laptop. Even here at home, if I'm sitting here on my couch, I really like having a laptop. Because there's nothing that I can do on the iPad that I can't already do on my laptop. With that said, however, the reason I do like the idea of a tablet and it being a consumption device is that it's a bit more portable than a laptop. So take, for example, my iPhone 3G here. This is no longer my primary phone. I don't use it as a phone, but I still use it as an internet-connected device. Oftentimes when I go to sleep, I like to have some sort of noise in the background. So I'll either stream internet radio through this, either my Sirius or some other form of internet radio, or I'll actually play Netflix on this. And I've actually watched Netflix on this a number of times, both in bed, like I said, as I'm going to sleep, or even if I'm out in my kitchen cooking. Rather than having it blaring on my TV, I'll just turn it on this and I'll listen to it, occasionally glance over and look at it as I'm cooking or something. And this is only a 3.5-inch screen. So I absolutely don't mind the size of the screen for what I'm using it for. I think it works just fine. If we look here at my Droid X, this has a 4.3-inch screen, so it's a little bit bigger. I've watched Netflix on this a number of times as well. Screen size works just fine for me. Now, if we look at a little mock-up here, and this mock-up isn't really a mock-up, it's just a index card. This here is a 4x6 index card, which is roughly the size of the Kindle Fire screen. It's a little bit bigger, because if you remember from geometry, a squared plus b squared equals c squared here. So our 6, this is 6 inches across here, be 36. 4 inches here would be 16, and that's 52. The square root of that is 7.2, and that again is diagonally here. So that's just slightly bigger than the Kindle Fire's 7-inch screen. So it's roughly the size of this. But if I compare it with the iPhone 3G, as you can see right there, or if I compare it with the Droid X, you'll see that the screen's quite a bit bigger. And for me, even though people at work keep telling me, oh, you can't watch anything on that, it's extremely small, you need something at least 10 inches. And I've heard the same thing from people online. Oh, no, 7-inch, way too small. I would never have that. You don't have to have that. Go get an iPad. But for me, personally, the 7-inch screen is just fine. And at the $200 price point, it's cheaper than the iPad by $300, and it will do exactly what I need it and want it to do. So I can't see dropping $500 on an iPad. I'm hoping that the aggressive pricing for the Kindle Fire actually drives the pricing down for the iPad, because I would like to see some competition there. And I actually think that the Kindle Fire is targeting a niche market. I think it's those consumers that are just using it as, excuse me, as a consumption device. Whereas with the iPad, they're trying to push it as, okay, it's a consumption device, but it's also a productivity device. And for me, I can't ever see using a tablet for that purpose. So for me, the Kindle Fire seems perfect. Now, why this over another Android tablet? Well, at this point, it's just the price. Most Android tablets, unless it's something that's really cheap and shitty, some like knockoff third-party sort of brand that you'll see like at Kmart or something, you don't know what you're getting with that. At least with the Amazon Kindle Fire here, it's got a company behind it that you know, Amazon, and it's also got the services that they offer being pushed to this device, which is great because I'm an Amazon Prime member, and I also use Amazon's music service. So for me, it works out fantastically. So in addition to the price and the screen size, which again, roughly the size of this index card, it's going to work perfectly for me. If we look at this here, like I said, this is roughly the size of the device's screen. The actual dimensions are going to be, let me scroll down here so I can find it. I'm on the Amazon Kindle Fire webpage. So this is the actual screen. It's going to be 7.5 inches tall by 4.7 inches wide. So there's actually a mock-up on the web page here that shows you the screen and the dimensions of the device. And for me, it looks like it's exactly what I want. It can be held in one hand. The iPad, again, is 10 inches. It feels like something that you need to hold with both hands. But with something this size, you can easily grab it with one hand. It makes it more portable that way. And it's not as clunky or as bulky as a laptop. And like I said, I'm just going to be using it for a consumption device. So for me, it seems to be perfect. Now let me just go up here, or scroll back up here to the top, and talk about some of the features that it has. So again, we talked about the 7-inch screen. It also comes with a dual-core processor. I don't know the speed of that. I don't think it says down here in the specs. Let's see. It doesn't say the speed of the processor here, so that I don't know yet. But let's see here. It's got the dual-core processor. It does have the App Store, so I can download and install apps to it. It does include something new called Amazon Silk, which is a web browser. It's like a cloud-based web browser where you have the client on the device itself, but rather than going out and interacting with various servers on the internet to retrieve information, it's contacting Amazon servers to retrieve that information. And supposedly, it's supposed to be lightning quick. That I don't know. I haven't played with it myself. In the demos that I saw them do after the announcement of the Amazon Kindle Fire, it seemed to be rather fast. But again, those were just demos. So the one thing that has come up about this new browser is the concern about privacy. And you know, if you're going to a secure website, it's not actually going to be secure because it's going through Amazon servers. Apparently, you can disable this Silk feature so that you don't actually have to go through Amazon servers. Now, it's enabled by default, the Silk browsing. I don't know without seeing it how you turn it off, but I have heard that you can actually disable this feature and just surf the internet like you normally would. So if that happens to be the case, awesome. I'll probably go ahead and just disable that right up front because I don't need a super fast Silk browsing. I'd rather have, you know, normal secure browsing when I need it. So they also offer the free cloud storage here for the Amazon Kindle Fire. It doesn't say how much space, at least here in the little information page here. I was thinking they said, well, maybe they didn't say that. Sorry, I'm thinking about the internal storage. Internally, there's 8 gigabytes, but it doesn't say how much free cloud storage they give you. It just says, gives you free storage for all your Amazon digital content in the Amazon cloud. Your books, movies, music, and apps are available instantly to stream or download for free at the touch of your finger. So that I don't know. Again, it says easy to hold in one hand. Extra durable display. It's made of the Gorilla Glass, which is awesome. They are pushing the notion here of email. It says stay in touch using your built-in email app that gets your web, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, AOL into a single inbox. They import your messages and contacts lists from other email accounts. Additional email apps are available in our Amazon App Store for Android. There's Amazon Whisper Sync. It says, like Kindle e-readers, Kindle Fire uses Amazon's Whisper Sync technology to automatically sync your library, last page read, bookmarks, notes, and highlights across your devices. On Kindle Fire, Whisper Sync extends to videos. Start streaming a movie on Kindle Fire, then pick up right where you left off on your TV. Avoid the frustration of having to find your spot. And then, I guess last but not least, you get a free month of Amazon Prime. So if you're not already a member, you have the opportunity to try it out. I absolutely love it. You get free 2-day shipping. You get discounted 1-day shipping. And then you also have access to all their streaming media. And there's tons of TV shows, tons of movies. It's pretty comparable to Netflix, if you ask me. And actually, there's some TV shows that I absolutely love that aren't found on Netflix, but they are available on Amazon Prime. So it is comparable, but they do have different libraries. So if you haven't checked out Amazon's instant streaming yet, you should check that out. So if I come down here to some of the technical details, again, 7-inch multi-touch display. It says 1024 by 600 pixel resolution. Size 7.5 by 4.7 by 0.45 inches. The weight is 14.6 ounces. It says system requirements none because it's wireless and doesn't require a computer. On-device storage is 8 gigabytes. It says that's enough for 80 apps plus 10 movies or 800 songs or 6,000 books. And then again, cloud storage, it says free cloud storage, but it doesn't say how much free storage you get. The battery life here says up to 8 hours of continuous reading or 7.5 hours of video playback with wireless off, which I found kind of weird because it says 7.5 hours with wireless off. Well, this is a cloud device, so in order to get this content, you're going to have internet connectivity to talk to the cloud. If you don't, I guess you're forced to just use your 8 gigabytes of internal storage so you can move movies over on that. So in that instance, I guess you do have 7.5 hours of video playback. I just thought it was kind of odd that they mentioned that and they didn't allude to the fact that, well, this is a cloud device. So charge time, it says fully charges in approximately 4 hours via included US power adapter. Wi-Fi, supports public and private Wi-Fi networks. It's USB 2.0, has audio jack and top-mounted stereo speakers. It says content formats supported are Kindle, text, PDF, Mobi, PRC, Audible, Doc, DocX, JPEG, GIF, PNG, Bitmap, non-DRM, AAC, MP3, MIDI, OGG, WAVE, MP4, and VP8. And it has a 1-year limited warranty. And what's included in the box is the Kindle Fire device itself, the power adapter, and the quick start guide. So, and then down below that, they just have a comparison between the different Kindles. So we now have the Kindle Touch, Kindle Touch 3G, Kindle Keyboard 3G, Kindle DX, and the Kindle Fire. So, and then it goes on to talk about the Amazon Silk browser, and then there's a number of different accessories that are already available for the Kindle Fire if you want to go ahead and accessorize it out the ass. But I didn't happen to buy any accessories, just bought the device or pre-ordered the device itself. So I'm really looking forward to it when it comes in. So right now, I think, like I said, I think it's going to hit a niche market. It's those that are just want to use a tablet device as a consumption device rather than also a productivity device. I happen to fall into that niche market. So for me personally, I think this is going to be a great device. How well it performs, again, in the demos that we saw after the announcement, it seemed to perform rather well, but they were only showing you specific things. They didn't want to deviate from what they had already planned out to show people. and that sort of worries me a little bit. Maybe the device isn't fully completed yet at this point. They're still messing with specs. That I don't know. But I am looking forward to getting hands-on with it as soon as it's released. So again, if you're someone who wants a tablet device but only wants to use it as a consumption device, I would go ahead and look at the Kindle Fire because it might just be right up your alley in terms of exactly what you're looking for. Now, they did say that one of the first companies that they gave this to, in addition to Netflix, or excuse me, in addition to Facebook, was Netflix. So I'm really hoping that there is a Facebook app release for this because I think that would be fantastic. If there isn't, well, I'll just stream video from Amazon Prime, which is fine, but I also have a Netflix account too, so that would be nice to stream on there as well. So does video, does the web, does apps, does exactly what I need it and want it to do. So when it comes out, I'll do a little video here about that, but it doesn't come out until November 15th. So we still have about a month and a half to wait for that. So, and some people have said that, well, they're probably going to release a upgraded version here, a 2.0 version, if you will, shortly after this one's released. They probably just want to rush this out the door to get it there in the hands of people before Christmas or in time for Christmas, which is okay for me because this is my first tablet device. If they do release a newer, better version, one that includes like a front-facing camera for video chat, I'll probably go ahead and upgrade that if I like this one and just hand down this Kindle Fire to someone in my family because I know they would probably use it. My nephew, who's 2.5, he loves messing around on computers, even if he doesn't know what he's doing yet. He just likes pushing the keys, playing with the mouse. He could definitely play with this and play some games on it. So, all right, so those are my thoughts on the Kindle Fire. Like I said, I have it pre-ordered. Supposed to get it here on November 16th. Really looking forward to it. Let me go ahead and know your thoughts here in my comments. And if there's anyone else out there that's looking to buy this thing or has it pre-ordered, go ahead and let me know. All right, so till next time, this is Jesse signing off.
I'm not your enemy. I'm not your